hard enough, come together collectively to try to get the next one.
PJ, obviously you guys have had some games, against Missouri, LSU, where you beat some really quality teams, but you've had some SEC losses where the games have kind of gotten out of hand. What do you make of, why that happens? Like, the second half, you guys were making a good run at them.
Our energy level in the games we win really never dropped. We always stay collectively, and I feel like tonight we got out tough. They out toughed us tonight, and it kind of got us quiet. So we need to know how to fight through adversity better, get to the next play.
All right, let's have Anthony Dasher and then Chip Towers.
Hey, PJ. Is there anything, I don't know, specifically about this matchup with South Carolina that just doesn't work in y'all's favor? Is it a bad matchup? I mean, do anything to that you can kind of put your finger on?
I don't know about that one. I feel like we just didn't come to play today. We came, we was out there, but we didn't do it to the best of our ability to win that game.
Yeah, PJ, obviously your shot was on. What specifically was the issue on offense? Do you think?
Really, there was. I feel like some our defense led to us moving the ball slowly on offense and being stagnant. We got to correct things on the defensive end so we can move to the offensive end and compete on the offensive end.
All right, let's have Andy Walsh and then Jed May.
Hey, PJ, I guess, against LSU on Tuesday, it seems like y'all played, one of your most complete games and then come out today and sort of revert back to some previous, I guess, bad play on both ends of the floor. I guess, how frustrating is that to see?
It was very frustrating. Hopefully next week we get it corrected.
Hey, PJ, you mentioned just maybe the defense leading to some of the offensive struggles a little bit. Could you just elaborate on that a little? Maybe what is it about the defense that led into the offense, and also South Carolina's zone, just how big of a problem has that caused y'all the past two games against them?
It cost us some trouble. We didn't come out to play the game we supposed to the game we used to playing, the game that we played to win. We didn't come out as that team. We came out as a team that just want to get through it. So we have to be able to come together collectively and be consistent at the team that we've seen against previous opponents that we've won against.
All right, for the last two questions, let's have Ryan Curley and then Tori Heck.
Hey, PJ, do you think there's anything that you guys can attribute the lack of energy to that you mentioned a few minutes ago?
Repeat that.
A couple minutes ago, you said that in these losses, you guys are just lacking energy and belief. Is there anything you can attribute that to?
We have to keep our heads, make sure that everyone is on the same page, doing the same thing, worry about the same things. When it comes to any sport, you have to be able to think on the fly. You got to be able to act on the fly. You can't think of it 3 plays down the road. It plays over with. Got to get to the next play. And that's our biggest thing right now.
PJ, you had a strong offensive performance today. What do you think that did go right for you today personally?
Just being in the right place at the right time, being ready to play, being ready to shoot. Other than that, just playing my game.
All right, thanks so much, PJ. Now we'll be joined by Justin Kier. Okay, up first, let's have Chip Towers and then Mike Griffin.
Sorry. Justin, I know it's tough to talk after games like this. They talk about some teams are just a bad matchup for other teams. That seems to be the case with South Carolina. Is that the case? And if so, why?
I don't believe we played very good today. I think we got some things to fix, some maturity to do, including with me included. So yeah, I think they're a great team. They executed their game plan well, and we all came out a foot behind today, and that's what the result was too.
Justin, what needs to happen when Severe's struggling to score? I mean, he had a terrible game from the floor, 2 of 13. What does Georgia have to do to account when Severe's not having one of his better shooting or offensive games?
We gotta step up. That's it. Step up. He's gonna have the ball in his hand. So if he's not playing very well, the guy's got to step up, especially on defensive end. You can't allow officiating and missed shots affect your defensive performance. And I feel like as a group, we kind of did that tonight. Nobody can control the officials. So we gotta let them do their job and then just play hard and come out and do what we can do. So yeah, I think just, everybody's got to step up. Even if he's shooting bad, he's still a part of the game. So we got to continue to, grow in that area.
Okay, let's have Anthony Dasher and then Mark Weiser.
Hey, Justin, how much of tonight was some of y'all allowing some of the issues on defense to hurt you on offense to kind of keep you out of your game in that regard?
I think it did. I think it controlled, our offensive performance, and then it hurt us on defense, rotations, and like I said, just being a step too late. And that's something you can't do against a great team. You do that against a great team, you get beat. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get better this week. We got to get better this week. We got to get ready for Alabama, because we all know what they can bring. So we played, poorly on defense. That's not going to be an outcome we want. So we have to get in the gym, and we gotta become a better team. We got to become closer for this next win.
Justin, you guys beat LSU and Missouri on your home court the last couple of games. South Carolina been struggling. I mean, is it hard to pinpoint, why that can happen, where it could be so lopsided like this?
I don't know. I don't think there's no excuse for losing to a team twice unless you just didn't play good against them both. So like I said, we have a lot of stuff to work at this week. So I know we're gonna attack it. I know we're down right now, but it'll be a positive for this week for sure. This one sucks, but we can't stick in the past. So we'll soak with this one and get back to work.
Okay, let's have Andy Walsh and then Davis Baker.
Yeah, Justin, in the second half, y'all got into the bonus. I think it was like 8 minutes to go. Shot like 24 second half free throws. I guess sort of what makes that so frustrating that y'all couldn't take advantage of, shooting twice as many free throws as them, but not being able to take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, with them hitting, a lot of threes. Yeah, hitting they hit 10, we hit 7 crucial threes in the second half as well. They executed really well on offense. They executed really well, and our defensive plan was very great. That's a shout out to Coach McClain, our coaching staff. But us as players just did not execute today. We cut it to I think 6 coming out at a halftime, and they got that lead back, and we kind of got on our heels, and they continued to drive. So yeah, I just it's kind of hard when you're down that much, and you just got to be able to come in and be focused. And I think focus is our key, is just knowing what we need to do defensively to get the job done. And, we did not do that tonight.
Justin, tough loss, but what was the senior day experience like for you and the video tribute from your family?
It's very special, and I appreciate everybody at Georgia who put that together, who spoke with my family to get that video because I didn't know about it. yeah, man, it's just like a family here. So it really sucks, you know, we ended with a loss. But no, I've just been so appreciative of everybody here, everybody that's, you know, welcoming me with arms. And it's, you know, it's just, it makes me happy. So it gave me a little joy, seeing that. But, you know, I wish a win would have came, you know, after that. But I'm very appreciative, and I thank everybody who has something to do with that.
Okay, and last question, let's go with Palmer Toms.
Yeah, Justin, given the recent success that y'all have had, does that make this loss even more frustrating? And you mentioned, you know, having to bounce back this week. What in particular do you think y'all need to do that?
We got to find a way to be consistent. I feel like we have great wins and we have bad losses, and I think we get on a roll and then that roll stops. And I think, you know, that's our next step, is to continue down that road. You know, don't have to take a step back. So that's the, you know, I know that's the challenge coach wants. And I know that's what we want as players, you know. I know that we want that as players, but that's the biggest thing for me. I think it's just consistency and individual performances and you know, just as a team, you know, we got to continue to win. You know, you can't win and lose and win and lose and win and lose. Beat good teams, lose the bad teams. You know, it kind of hurts you. So just to continue to be consistent and try to finish out this year strong, try to finish out this regular season strong, and go into the SEC tournament, you know, with high hopes.
All right, thanks so much, Justin.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be joined by Coach Crean shortly. Coach Crean, we're going to start first with Mike Griffith and then Chip Towers.
Coach, you knew South Carolina was a tough matchup. What went wrong against the Gamecocks today?
Well, I would say it starts with me, to be honest with you, because they wanted to fight and we didn't. So I did a poor job of having our guys completely 100% understand what this game was going to entail, because we never locked into the fight. And they were aggressive. They started in zone. And so, in all honesty, when nobody plays well, when nobody leads their teammates, and when nobody's really willing to go through, cut, get hit, go up strong through the contact, that falls back on me. It really does. And so I've got to do a way better job, put the blinders on. And it wasn't because of practice. It wasn't because of preparation. It wasn't because of fatigue. But when no one is in the fight, that falls back to the head coach. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, Coach, you touched on this just a little bit, but, you know, matchups problems are real. And I just think of your teams as being, you know, really offensive finesse. And I think of his teams, Frank Martin, to being just scrappy and almost fouling every time down the floor on their defensive end. Is this just a poor matchup of styles of play?
Well, it could be, because we haven't had success with them. It could be. And they brought their best. I mean, they had, you know, Trey Hannibal, they left home from Mississippi State. And today he comes in. I mean, he pushed the right buttons with his team. And so, yeah, it's probably some truth to that. But that doesn't have anything to do with not cutting and standing and not cutting through the lane and taking the hit and going through it. I mean, that's how we play, and we didn't do that today. We did not cut and move the team the way that we needed to move it. And our passing was not maybe one or two dribbles too late. Occasionally, it was one or two dribbles late a lot. And so the movement just wasn't there. And then when you see that we're not getting that, that's what we have to try to go inside even more. And there were times there we didn't finish. I'm not sure how many layups we missed, but we just got to get, like I said, I did a poor job of them understanding how the level of fight and toughness was going to be needed in this. And we've been pretty good with that as of late, but we weren't today.
Okay, let's have Anthony Dasher and then Mark Weiser.
Hey, Coach, on days and nights when Sevier is struggling offensively, kind of what is happening with the other guys to not be able to kind of overcome that and, you know, pick him up, I guess, when things aren't going right for him?
The ball didn't move well enough tonight, and we didn't have enough cutting. a lot of times when you don't want to go through the fight, you want to settle for jump shots. And that's somewhat of what we did tonight. And we just weren't, our spirit got zapped early on. Our immaturity came out, to be honest with you, with the officiating. And we have to be beyond that. We have to be beyond that, but we aren't. So like I said, I did a poor job because we were not beyond not getting frustrated about lack of calls or physical play. And we didn't cut through it and embrace the contact that goes into this. So that's kind of what the day was like for us.
Tom, Justin was talking about needing to find a way to be more consistent. Obviously, you guys had some quality wins against LSU and Missouri, but you've had some lopsided losses. Is that a sign of a kind of growth for a team that can be more consistent night in, night out?
Yeah, probably. I would say you're right. I would say that, when you can get through that, and eventually the experiences that you go through in these hard fought games, have got to come out no matter what. And that doesn't mean you're going to win, but it's got to come out no matter what. And we didn't have that today.
Let's have Andy Walsh and then Tori Heck.
Hey, Coach. You guys got into the bonus with, I think, about 8 minutes to go and 24 second half free throws. Shot twice as many free throws as South Carolina. I guess, those seemed like some ideal stats. How frustrating is it that you guys weren't able to take advantage of those types of things?
Well, that's when we have to try to create a game where we're getting fouled, when we're not cutting as well, and when we're quiet and not making jump shots as consistently as Justin and PJ did. But I think they're looking at it, they were the only two to make threes. It's important. I mean, it's important. It's important. We have to manufacture points. We have to so we can get our defense set. And the quieter we get, the more we've got to get fouled. And when we're playing aggressive and we're communicating and there's leadership and the spirit is strong, then it's a little bit different. But when it's not, you've got to try to manufacture points the best you can.
Hey, Coach, like you just mentioned, those 3-pointers were just made by Justin and PJ, and a decent performance from Andrew as well tonight. Do you feel like those 3 grad transfers stepped up to the plate at all tonight?
Yeah, you know what? When you lose, I'm sorry, I'm just not there, right? I mean, I'm proud of those 3. It was senior day. They did a good job, but I'm not big on the whole accolades for losing. So they did a good job. I'm glad we have them, but we lost the game.
Okay, let's have Jed May and then Ryan Curley.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned, the immaturity with the calls leading to, less cutting, less ball movement. At this
No,
point,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. The immaturity with the calls, the less cutting and less ball movement was because of the physical play.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's what it was. It wasn't just that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I guess with all that combined, then, at this point of the season as a coach, just how, I guess, frustrating is that to you to see on the sidelines, and what can you do to have your guys, I guess, get over that kind of thing?
I got a week to figure it out. And so, like I said, I put my blinders on and we'll work at figuring it out.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask about Katie Johnson and if you wanted to get him more involved scoring inside. I noticed a lot of times tonight he would catch the ball on the wing and kind of stand there and wait for something to happen.
That's not him standing there is not part of the game plan. Him driving long closeouts, him being ready to shoot, him moving without the ball is part of the game plan. That's part of how we play, and we didn't get that today.
All right, the last 2 questions. Let's have Davis Baker and then Palmer Toms.
Coach, at times this season, you've talked about the lack of offense affecting the defense. Did you think that happened again tonight?
I don't know. Probably nothing got us. Our spirit and fight where it needed to be. So I'm sure that's part of the equation.
Yeah, Coach, Justin, was telling us that the senior day videos meant so much to him and the rest of the seniors. What role did you play in that, and who deserves the credit there?
Our staff deserves the credit for that, not me. Heather McCormick, John Bateman, the people that put the films together.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. We will have a transcript to you guys shortly.